Hi, thanks for joining me today. This yoga sequence is going to focus on some poses to help with our balance and our posture, whether we are in or out of the saddle. Balance, of course, is very important if we're in the saddle, but just as important if you're going about your daily life. Important to have a good steady balance. So we're going to focus a little bit on that today, plus some opening and release for the shoulders and the upper back. So we're going to start in a mountain pose. So feet hip distance apart. Lift all your toes up off the mat, spread the toes, place the toes back down. Find that nice grounded foundation. See if you can find even weight in all four corners of the feet. So ball joint of the big toe inside of the heel, ball joint of the little toe outside of the heel, and see if you can find even weight front to back with a tiny bit more weight in the heels. So make sure you're not leaning too forward into your toes or so back into your heels that you feel like your toes are coming up off of the mat. Then think of lifting the inner arch of the foot and the kneecaps. Think of the sternum lifting. We're feeling all of this energy coming up the front of the body. And then think of the shoulder blades sliding down the back. Think of the tailbone lengthening, fingertips down by your side, and think of that energy going all the way down through the soles of the feet back into the earth. So a couple breaths here. Full inhales and exhales out of the nose, in and out of the nose. Think of breathing all the way down into the bottom of the lungs. And as you exhale, releasing the breath from the top of the lungs to the back to the bottom. So filling the lungs from the bottom to the top with your inhale. Releasing the breath from the top of the lungs to the bottom on the exhale. With this next inhale, float the arms all the way up and overhead. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring the hands down to the heart. So just getting a little movement for the shoulders. So inhale, arms floating all the way up and overhead. Exhale, palms together and hands to the heart. Good. One more time, just like that. Inhaling. And exhale. And this time as you bring the palms together, think of pressing into the palms, elbows wide, side to side. Again, think of drawing those shoulders down the back of the body. Think of drawing the lowest rib towards the hips. We're finding that core strength. Inhale and exhale. And then pressing into the palms, float the arms again back up and overhead. And then release the hands down behind you. Interlace the fingers. As you interlace the fingers, notice which thumb is on top, left or right. So press down through the knuckles, draw the shoulder blades together. Find that nice opening through the front of the chest. Think of the collarbones being nice and wide. Inhale and exhale. And then release the hands, float the arms all the way up and overhead. Bring the palms together. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. This time, bend the knees, fold all the way down, standing forward bend. Letting those knees bend, then inhale, come halfway up. Find that nice length through the crown of the head. Think again, drawing the lowest ribs towards the hips. And then exhale again, bend the knees, fold all the way down, float the arms out to the side, come all the way back up. Bring the palms together, exhale the hands to the heart, again folding all the way down, bending those knees, forward bend, inhale halfway up. This time as you exhale, send the knees out over the toes, sit bones behind you, so we still have that even weight in the feet. Bring the arms forward for chair pose. Your arms can be at shoulder height, or you can bring the arms up alongside the ears, whatever feels best for your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. And then just for a breath, bend the elbows out to the side, come to a cactus pose, draw those shoulder blades together, and then inhale, extend those arms again back forward, and then bring the hands to the hips. Let's lift to the left heel, and we're going to step the left leg back, come to a high lunge. So press back to the left heel. Back knee can be bent, or you can press through that heel, more straightening the leg. Make sure your front knee stays over top of your ankle or a little bit behind, just not tracking, knee not tracking over the ankle. So find your high lunge. Your hands can stay at the hips or extend the arms all the way up. Inhale and exhale. And then we're going to work a little bit with that upper body. So let's come to that cactus pose again. Exhale, bend the elbows out to the side. Think of drawing the shoulder blades together. Draw the elbows and forearms a little bit back. And then inhale, extend the arms all the way back up. Exhale again, draw those shoulder blades towards the spine, bending those elbows, and then inhale back up. You can look up if that feels okay for your balance. Exhale again, bring those elbows down to the side. And then inhale the arms all the way up and overhead. Bring the palms together, bring the hands to the heart. Give a little push off with that back foot. Come back to that chair pose. This time, ankles, knees, inner thighs together. And then we're going to take a twist to the left. Bring your left hand to the sacrum, right hand to the outside of the left knee, and gently take that chair twist to your left. Think of drawing those shoulder blades towards the spine, open up through the front of the body. And then coming back to center, bring the palms together, shoot the arms all the way up and overhead. Lift the heart and the sternum, bring the arms a little wide, and then bring the palms together. Exhale the hands to the heart. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale again, float the arms all the way up and overhead. Palms together. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up, nice length through the crown of the head. Exhale, send the knees out over the toes, come to that chair pose. You can keep the knees together this time as we just ended, or you can come back to that hips distance apart, whatever gives you more balance. Inhale and exhale. So once again, let's bend those elbows out to the side, draw those shoulder blades together in that chair pose. Inhale and exhale, and then extend the arms again forward, and then bring the hands to the hips. So this time we're going to lift the right heel, step the right leg back to your high lunge. Find your balance here. Think of that left hip crease drawing back. Back knee can be bent, or you can press through that heel. Inhale and exhale, and then once again extend the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, bend those elbows, draw those shoulder blades towards the spine. Inhale the arms back up and overhead. Exhale again, bending those elbows. Inhale all the way up. Good, one more time. Exhale and inhale, and then staying here. Bring the palms together, exhale the hands to the heart. Bring that right leg up beside the left. Again, find that chair twist again. Now ankles, knees, big toes together. We're going to take that twist to the right. So left hand to the outside of the right knee, right hand to the sacrum. Twisting to your right. Inhale and exhale. Think again, collarbones nice and wide. Draw that right shoulder onto the back of the body. Draw that left shoulder onto the back of the body. And then untwist, come back to center. Bring the palms together, come all the way up. Again, little wide opening here with the arms, and then release the hands down behind you. Interlace the fingers, opposite thumb on top. Draw the shoulder blades together, press down through the knuckles. Inhale and exhale. And then release the hands, bring the hands back to the heart. Pause here for a breath. Inhale and exhale. Then working a little bit more on balance, so you can be at the center of your mat. You can also be close to something you can touch to hold on to if you need to for your balance. So starting in our mountain pose. So bring those feet again back to hip distance apart. Find that grounded foundation down through the feet. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring your weight into your right foot without letting your hips collapse to the side. Lift the left heel, and then bring the left leg up to a one-legged mountain pose. So keep that foot flexed. Make sure that your weight's not dumping into the right foot and that right hip. Inhale and exhale. So a couple variations here. You can clasp the hands behind you, as we've done a couple times already in this sequence. Inhale and exhale. Another variation, you can take the left hand, slide it down the left leg, clasping the front of the ankle or the inside of the ankle. Do a little quad stretch here. Get that stretch through the front of that left shoulder, or maybe even bring the right hand back too and get that opening through the front of the chest and that quadricep and psoas muscle. Inhale, make sure you're breathing, whatever your variation. And again, you can be just here, which is perfectly fine. Still going to work on your balance. Inhale and exhale. And then everybody release wherever you are. Bring that hand back down to the mat. Bring the hands back to the heart. Pause for a breath. Inhale and exhale. Important throughout that sequence to keep breathing. Make sure you're not holding your breath to try and balance. And then find a focal point, something to gently gaze at, and we'll do the same thing on the second side. So bring your weight to your left foot, left leg, without letting the hip collapse. Keep that hip right over top of the heel. And then lifting that right leg. Keep that energy in that leg, flex the foot. Make sure you're breathing. And again, maybe you stay right like this, or maybe bring the hands behind you, draw those shoulder blades together. That's going to work on the shoulders and the upper back. Or maybe bring that right hand down the leg, clasp that foot behind you. Maybe be here with one hand, the other hand at the heart, and that half namaste position. Or maybe both hands behind, clasping that foot and drawing those shoulder blades together. Make sure you're breathing, inhaling and exhaling, excuse me. And then wherever you are, releasing that, come back with both hands to your mountain pose, or excuse me, both feet back to your mountain pose, hands to the heart. Close the eyes for a couple breaths. Notice how you feel, notice your breath. Notice how you're breathing. Notice your thoughts. And then very gently let the eyes open. So that is a quick sequence that you can do to get you more grounded in your feet. Again, a couple different challenges for the balance. Obviously that last balancing sequence, but also too in that high lunge, that is a balancing posture also. So working with that, and then of course adding those movements to help kind of get us out of that little slumping position that we get into every day when we go throughout our day. So think of that sternum lifting, think of those collarbones being nice and wide, shoulders on the back of the body. So thanks again for selecting this video today, and I'd like to have you subscribe to my channel if you'd like, and give this video a thumbs up, and you can check out more information about Grey Horse Yoga in the information section below. Have a great day. I hope to see you sometime soon in the saddle or on the mat.